plaintiff, Scott Lukowski, says the defendant is his son, and at the age of 12, he started smoking pot, and that led him to abusing pills. Scott claims the defendant ended up incarcerated after he robbed a delivery driver, and Scott's suing him for breach of contract and lost wages. Defendant Dustin Lukowski admits that he abused pills, which eventually led to a heroin addiction. But Dustin insists he's been clean for 3 years. Dustin is countersuing his father for unreturned property and lost wages.
Start with you.
Well, Judge, it's been a very rocky road with my son for many, many years. It all started off when he was about 12, and he got involved with doing marijuana and drugs. And then in his mid-teens, I want to say his 16 to 17s, he started doing pills, saw mood swings and things like this.
Were you in the household with him?
No, I was not in the household, but I had paid child support, had visitation with him and everything like that. In between that time, he was in juvenile justice system and things like that. And in his mid-20s, he got caught up in doing heroin.
Mm-hmm.
He got caught up in strong-arming a pizza delivery driver and a sandwich delivery driver and such. And
how much time did he do?
18 months. He got caught by going to the pizza place and applying for a job.
Mm-hmm.
So when he
to
got
the same place he robbed?
The same place he strong-armed a delivery driver out on the street. He went to that place to apply for a job for delivery driving. Well, he went to prison for that. He made a phone call to me. I ended up giving him money for commissary and everything to make some kind of normalcy of his life so that he wouldn't be, I don't know, you want to call it institutionalized or get used to the fact that you had some kind of normalcy of the outside world. I got him out 3 months prior to his release date, which was 18 months of rehab and everything else.
What year?
2017 in November.
Oh, right.
3 days before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
The agreement with that judge was I employed him with my company. I have a heating and air conditioning company. I employed him. I kept him off of drugs. He stayed at my house, and he stayed clean.
How'd you keep him off drugs?
Well, being in my care, that's what I would say to the judge.
You were with him 24/7?
Well, in my house and employing with me.
You didn't go to sleep?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
You can't keep a person off drugs by kidnapping them.
Right.
Go ahead.
But the best I possibly could at that point.
Got it.
Prior to this whole situation of being employed with me and out of prison, roughly 4 to 5 months later, he started smoking marijuana again.
Was he part of NA or anything?
No. At that point, I had to sit down, talk with him. I says, I can't stop you. You're an adult. You can do what you will at that point. And I want to say at that point he was out of my house because we had a disagreement, misunderstandings of life in general, of what I expected of him. Got caught up in strong-arming a pizza delivery driver and a sandwich delivery driver.
How much time did he do?
18 months. He got caught by going to the pizza place and applying for a job. When he got
the same place he robbed?
The same place he strong-armed a delivery driver out on the street.
Defendant Dustin Lukowski is being sued by his father, who claims Dustin was addicted to pills and went to prison for robbing a delivery driver.
Let me allow him to catch up, then we'll get back. Sir?
Okay. Roughly, yeah, sure. I could say I had a rather rough childhood back and forth between my mother and father.
So you were angry about that or something?
Not necessarily angry, more disappointed because he was more focused on his career and having another girlfriend or other things like that.
How often did you see him?
I'm sorry?
How often did you talk or see him?
Court order was supposed to be every other weekend, and he was supposed to pay child support.
How often did you see him?
Whenever he had time. Roughly, it was supposed to be Friday, Saturday, dropped off on Sunday. Might not come get me on Friday or till Saturday, I'm sorry. As far as paying child support, he never paid it on time. So that put my mother in a bind because she was basically a single parent raising 2 other children also. I did go to JJC one time for a stupid act, whatnot. I apologize, I did time for what I committed. I did my time, and I got court ordered to get my GED, which helped me out in the long run. So I do have my GED, all that. I went to college, all that good stuff.
Good. Where'd you go?
I went to Ivy Tech.
Good.
I can't say that I graduated because of unfortunately, the drug situation.
You relapsed or something?
No, it wasn't really a relapse. It just took off because.
You still doing heroin?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you did
I will
quit.
be 3 years clean on Cinco de Mayo of this year.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Good.
He got me out of jail 3 months early by hiring a lawyer for $1,500, which I paid back every single cent.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Good. What did you all have a disagreement over when you moved back home?
My hobby is to shoot darts. You know, go do dart leagues at night and things like that. Well, I'm 27 years old. He wants me at home at 9 o'clock at night.
Is that true?
That was true.
27 years old.
You did right.
I was at work every day on time. He drug tested me. Now, I told him at the same token, I will fail for marijuana. He was looking for pills, heroin, benzos, things of that nature. He gave me his drug test. Came to my house personally. Gave me a drug test. I passed it. Now,
Right, so let's get into that, sir. He says he began working for you, and obviously you were testing him regularly, or what? Tell me that whole scenario. He began working with you. What was the agreement, and what occurred?
I'm suing him for the $3,000 because when I got him out of prison, I took him to the dentist, dentist, and said, you know what, your teeth are messed up. I want to give you a fresh start. I want you to be confident, because he never wanted to smile because his teeth were messed up. He couldn't qualify for the payment arrangement and financing for it because it was like $4,200 or $4,500 for all new dentures. So I said, all right, I want you to get on the right track. I'll co-sign for you, but you have to make the $121 a week or a month payment. No problem, Dad. I'll make that payment, he says.
How'd he go with the payments?
He made payments for a while, and then September of this year, I got court payments that I'm being sued.
Okay. How did it go on the job when he was working for you?
If there was something that I didn't like, how he installed a furnace or gas lines or whatever, because I have a heating and air company, he got upset about or mad. And it became down to a match between both of us of how it should be done. And I'm the owner.
And you're a business, right?
Right.
Just like he had to move out of your house because that was your rule.
Right.
9 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Whatever time you tell him to be in is your house. So can't abide by the rules.
Right.
This is my business. You think you know more than me? You might. But I want to do it wrong. Go ahead.
Right. So I didn't fire him for the simple fact of him being on drugs or smoking marijuana. A lot of it was for the insubordination.
Give me an example.
Of employment. He'd give me, and right in front of in a customer's basement, well, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that gas pipe. It's fine. And it was nowhere close that I would leave it for a house. It looked like a 2-year-old did it. It worked, but it wasn't to my standards, to what I leave things.
So you all would go back and forth over all that.
We would go back and forth.
So at some point you just said, I've had enough.
Exactly.
We're going to have to change this. All right. 6
months prior to me firing him, I found out he bought, I'm not sure what kind of pills, whether it was Vicodin or whatnot, and he said he bought them because he needed extra money and was selling them. Well, no. That becomes you're a dealer.
Sir, let me hear from you. He says he fired you, and among other things, you were selling pills 6 months before.
He fired me because of a rumor that he thought that I sold pills. Had no evidence behind it, nothing,
so you weren't.
Except word of mouth.
So you weren't, right?
Or was not.
Okay, you never did that. All right.
The reason I fell behind on the bill was because he accused me of something that I did not do. I passed your drug test for what you were looking for. I'm not going to be employed by some, regardless of father's situation or not.
He said you were insubordinate and you couldn't comply with his requirements and his standards for his place of employment.
And that may be true, but at the same token, the way he comes at me is completely different than the way that he would come at his regular employees.
That's when you quit if you don't like it.
I quit because he kept accusing me of doing things I'm not doing.
All right.
I mean, who wants to stick around, whether father or not? Who wants to be around somebody that?
What was he accusing you of? What type of things?
Still getting high, shooting up heroin, doing pills, selling drugs.
All right, but you also admit that you all couldn't get along with you meeting his expectation as an employee, right? You said that may be true.
I guess
so. If that is true, that's enough. Whether you're getting high or not, if I'm the boss, it's my business, and I'm telling you to do it one way and you won't. You're debating with me all the time and you want to be right. Then yeah, but you got to go.
Defendant Dustin Lukowski is being sued by his father, who claims Dustin was addicted to pills and went to prison for robbing a delivery driver.
And the lost wages are for you having to come to court?
Yes.
All right. But you have a legitimate reason to come to court because you want your money, and it's not frivolous. Everybody that has to come to court that's being sued can't get lost wages just because they had to come to court for a trial or for a case. All right. And your unreturned property, sir, how does he owe you for that?
Because when I went to jail, when I went to prison, I got locked up. I was gone for roughly 19 months. My mother gave him my property because she had to move, so she gave him my stuff to store. There's a section of a bunch of, kitchen things, and then I have it's $100 to $200 or $150 to $200 bowling ball plus a couple extra bowling balls that I would like to retrieve. They have my name on them personally, and then for missing out 2 or 3 days or a week or so of work because I had to find another job because he fired me without cause.
So you want to sue the business owner for firing you? Did you have a contract with him?
Did not.
Okay, it was at-will employment. He's able to...
he never presented a contract to me either, so I mean...
Yeah, that means he didn't want to have one with you. Employers don't have to have a contract with their employees. They want to be able to terminate that employee at will. Okay. That means without a cause. That means, I just don't want you to work here no more. You can do that, and that's if you don't have a contract.
Right, and that's the reason I fell back on the payments, because I had to find another job.
And that's understandable, but you can't retrieve lost wages because you were terminated from your job if it was a legal termination. With regard to your property, sir, what do you say to property he says you were storing?
I have 2 bowling balls in the back of the courtroom of his. I have the sectional that was mine I gave him.
Where's that at? In back of the courtroom too?
It is at my shop. And all the boxes of kitchen utensils, clothes that he left and everything, I've had this before he left to prison. And when I fired him, I gave him 30 days to remove that from my...
You want the items or the money, sir? Sir?
Money.
All right, and I see your lost wages was for $300, and the property was
on the low end.
The property was for $275. So I'm going to grant you $275 for the property, and sir, I'm going to grant you your $3,000. He admits to owing. He just says he can't pay you because he was out of work, which is understandable, but still doesn't get you out of the debt. $3,000 is your judgment. $275 is yours. The furniture is all yours. You just bought it for $275. That's a good deal. Have a good day.
Absolutely nothing. It's going to continue the way it is now.
I'd love for our relationship to get better. All I want him to do is stop doing drugs and pay his bills like he's supposed to.
Plaintiff Christopher Sewell says growing up, he was told one man was his father. However, after Christopher had his own child, Christopher's mother admitted that another man was actually his father. So he petitioned the court for a DNA test to see if the defendant is his sister. Defendant Shaiwanda Qualls says Christopher is one of 5 people who have reached out to her, claiming they share the same father. Shaiwanda's father admitted that he was with Christopher's mom, but refused to take a DNA test. So Shaiwanda agreed to take the test today.
All right, and we're here today having taken a DNA test to determine the relationship between you all. And we understand that you all believe you are siblings and just kind of want to confirm everything because you didn't grow up together and there may have been some issues dealing with your dad, I believe. You tell me.
Okay. Growing up, I was always told that one person was my father, a particular gentleman, and we didn't really have a relationship growing up. He always denied it. When I was 25, I actually found out that I had a son, or potentially had a son. I went through a pretty nasty DNA and custody battle with my son's mother. She had lied and said that somebody else was my son's father. So it was really hard trying to prove that and get the court to change the custody arrangements.
All right. And how did that conclude?
It concluded he is my son.
Good.
And then I had to establish rights to be a part of his life. And that was a whole process as well.
Good to know you fought like that.
Yeah. I actually, in 2015, I actually won the Father of the Year award for
Let's see.
my,
And I'm jealous of very few people, but I'm jealous of you. Or not jealous, envious. Envious means you want to be like them. And I want to be like you in this regard. Look at that.
Cute.
Congratulations, man.
Defendant Shaiwanda Qualls believes she and the plaintiff may share the same father. So she agreed to take a DNA test to find out the truth.
And your father wasn't in your life?
no, he was not.
Yeah, and that made you a better father. Some people. Yeah. And it goes either way. Sometimes it could go to the detriment in terms of the next generation being bad fathers or leaving their family. Then others, they overcompensate. So I guess you and I probably chose to overcompensate. Because I always tell folks I may not be much of a husband because I don't help enough, or whether I don't take garbage out, I don't do this, I don't do that. I don't say it like that. But, but I'm told I'm a great father. So I'll take that compliment and work on being better husband. All right, so great to know that. And later on in life, you found what?
Later on in life, during that time, I was frustrated. I was talking to my mother about, like, how could a woman lie about who her son's father is? And I was really frustrated, and my mother began to cry, and she told me that actually she had done that to me, that she had lied, and that she had told me that one person was my father, and she knew the whole time that he wasn't, and I was 25 at the time. So she actually knew who my biological father was the whole time. They had talked about it long ago when I was a child, and they just both didn't do anything in regards
How do you
to
feel
it.
about that?
I was really upset, and I was hurt. Me and my mother didn't talk for a little while, and I was already hurt from the situation that I was going through with my son's mother, and then my mother told me the exact same thing, and I was just like double hurt from the situation. So, but as I won the award, and I was getting my custody situated with my son, I was developing a relationship with him. I have to work with my son's mother, so I'm developing a relationship with her. I'm forgiving my mother, and it just made me want to reach out to my father that she told me about. On the birth certificate I
How
had,
old are you?
I was 25 when I won the.
Now.
Oh, I'm 31 now.
Or 25 even.
Yeah.
So you were a man's man at 25. You're certainly a man's man now.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Not many people could do what you've done. So I applaud you once again. And how did you all come together?
Well, as I was searching to reestablish a connection with my father that my mother just told me about, on my birth certificate, nobody's listed. I was trying to reach out to him and talk to him, and I finally got in contact with him, and he was really adamant about not having a relationship or not getting a DNA test. We don't look alike. He's a light-skinned person with freckles, and I'm a big dark-skinned guy.
But this is who your mom said was
This is
your
who my
dad?
mom, yep, that's who my mom says
And
is my
the
father.
dad that raised you is, she said, the dad that raised you, and I told him you was your dad,
Right.
is not your dad.
not my dad.
This man is your dad.
Right. So I was just really hurt that he didn't want to have a relationship with me either.
Did he deny paternity?
No,
said he didn't
he said that him and my mother had a thing going
Or
on.
did he say he believed?
Yes, he said he does believe. He said, but I don't believe it because I was already lied to, and we don't look alike. So I'm asking him, can we take a DNA test? And he's saying he doesn't want to take a DNA test because he's scared of back child support. So I'm telling him, I'm 30 years old. I don't want child support from you. My mother doesn't want child support. I just want to know if you're my father or not because I've been lied to so much. And he's adamant that he doesn't want to take a DNA test because he's fearful of back child support. But luckily, I was able to find Shawanda.
How?
By looking at his Facebook, I seen pictures of him and her together. So I don't know how close they are, but I found her and I reached out to her, and we've been growing very close. Our kids are pretty close with each other.
How long?
We've been talking for like 2 years now.
Even though you haven't had the paternity to prove?
No, right yet.
Okay, good. You all taking it upon yourselves.
Defendant Shawanda Qualls believes she and the plaintiff may share the same father. So she agreed to take a DNA test to find out the truth.
Let me hear from you, young lady.
Well, like he said, he reached out to me about 2 years ago via Facebook, saying that he think he was my brother. So at that time, when he told me that, I asked my dad, is it true that he's my brother? Because he's not the first person that came to me. He's actually one of about 5 people that came to me this way, saying that they think they're my siblings. So I asked my dad. He confirmed, like, him and his mom did have relations back in the day. And I asked him, like, would he take a DNA test? And he said no, because, like Chris said, he didn't want to pay any back child support or anything like that. But he did say that he would just claim him.
What about the other siblings? Or alleged, or folks who approached you and said they may have been
we're
siblings?
all adults. I'm 26, so between the ages of 26 and 31. And we all live in different places. Some people live in Atlanta.
How many were confirmed? Any of them? Did he take tests?
No,
for
he
any
won't
of them?
take tests with
For
any of
anyone?
them. That's all he said was, I don't
How
know.
many siblings? How many children does he tell you he's had?
For sure, I know 6. It's 6 of us, for sure. And then
That he claims.
right.
And then 5
possibles.
Possibles.
Yes. So he says the same thing about all of them. I really don't know, because I didn't take a test, and I'm not willing to take a test because people want money and things like that. And I just pretty much told him, like, well, Dad, you're not rich. So, and we're all grown, pretty sure nobody wants your money. And to be honest, like I told Chris, I feel like he didn't miss out on much, because he wasn't the best father or whatever. But I still grew up to be a stand-up woman. And I always tell Chris, don't feel down about it, because it could be a situation like mine.
Or it could be he doesn't want to face the shame and embarrassment.
Well, I won't even say he doesn't want to face the shame and embarrassment, because you're already putting it out there that these kids could possibly be yours. He blames it on the mothers. He said they came to him too late in life, saying that these are his kids after they're all grown up and adults now, when they should have said something back.
But I didn't hear you say the ladies came to him. I've heard you say the kids came to him. So the women came to him, he told you?
Well, yeah, like with Chris' mom, I believe they had a conversation prior to me even finding out. And that's how it pretty much is. He knows, he talks to the mothers or whatever, they get in contact with him first. And when he doesn't respond, then they find me. I'm usually the one that's found. I don't know how, but it could be something like Chris probably seeing my picture with him or something like that on social media.
All right, go and get the results. Quite frankly, I hope you all are able to share a relationship with each other, just whatever the results might show, because it sounds like you're both young people that can benefit from a relationship with each other.
I really love Shawanda as a sister.
And I love him as
kid.
a brother. And I told him, regardless of what the results say, I feel like we should still stay close, because we've already built a very tight relationship.
Right.
Yep. Unfortunately, you're not related. Well, maintain your relationship, but no, not your dad. All right, good luck to you guys. Y'all try to be brother and sister just the same.
Thank you.
All right.
It's okay.
I would like to know who my I would like to know who my father is.
I know it's a hurtful feeling, but I think he shouldn't let it hold it against him. I don't think he should let it hold it back. I don't think he should mess up our relationship or anything we have going on. I'm here regardless. I've been here regardless of knowing or not. And I'm here, and I think you should just move forward with it. You may not never find out, you know. Parents make mistakes way before you were even thought about. And you just got to think of it that way. They were young. Don't hold it against anybody. Don't blame yourself. Just keep moving forward.